Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Professor Bopper back for some more Sacred Stones 0% growths. In the last part, we got through chapters, well, the prologue and then chapters 1 and 2. This time we are off to chapter 3, and while off screen, I sold the red gem that we got in the previous chapter and bought a few javelins. Bought a javelin for Seth, Franz, and Gilliam. Bought an iron lance for storage that'll go to Seth later. And that was just about it. We're pretty much ready to go forward with this map. Also picked up an iron sword for Seth, I should mention, just for... the steel sword is going to be useful in parts, but when I need a little less power, I'm going to use the iron sword. Because steel weapons are, you know, they're pretty good, and I might want to trade around that iron sword and the steel sword a little bit, even though actually, now that I think about it, Seth is literally the only person that can use it. So I made a few bad purchases, but money's not tight in this game. It doesn't really matter. So immediately right off here in chapter 3, we get the best unit in the game, Naomi. My favorite part about Naomi is that, at least from these portraits that I picked up off of the wiki, Naomi's is facing the opposite direction from everybody else's. I think that was a good decision on the developer's part, because it just shows that Naomi is built different. She's going to stand out compared to everybody else, and she's going to open us up by chipping this wall. Oh, you don't get this kind of utility anywhere. Naomi the wall chipper coming in clutch. So can we do... We can do 15 damage to that wall. Get out of here, wall. No one wants you here. So the problem is that, you know, even if you downgrade Seth's power, it doesn't matter because he still obliterates things in one shot. So the question for us is going to be, you know, what can we do to try to feed a kill to Ross? And I think it'll probably come along the lines of chucking a jab at the guy. Well, let's think here. So if we have... That's 9. And 10. Okay, I think we can do it. I think we can do it. So we'll just have... We'll have Erica set us up here. And then we'll push him out with... We'll have Seth get Erica out of there. As far as other supports that are worth building in this game, I was talking a little bit about Ross and Garcia. I can't think of any others except maybe Seth Erica that might be pretty good to get at some point. Shouldn't take too long to get that one. So, might not be a bad play to try to pick up that support at some point. Just give Seth a little bit of extra survivability when we get deeper into the game. Because Seth... I don't think Seth will ever have a chapter where... Always for pleasure, 1%, get his ass, Ross. I don't think there's ever going to be a chapter where we're not going to want the utility of Seth. He's always going to be useful. And, well, we can't lose... We want to keep him as safe as possible during that time. So let's actually... We'll want Seth to be doing something next turn. So if Gilliam is here, 1, 2, 3, 4, the... is there really anything Gilliam... I mean, Gilliam will have... What Gilliam can do, actually... Because who cares about Erica? What we'll do is we will... Let's take the door key off of Ross and then take Erica. And I think that should be good enough for us for now. Because we'll be carrying around Erica for a little bit of this chapter, I think, as we try to rush her towards the throne. So, Naomi, in all seriousness, Naomi is not that good. But her early bow damage is going to be okay. Since not a lot of our units are super bulky at this point, and they're not going to get any bulkier. You know, at this point, we could start to have a runaway Franz or something. We're just not getting that in this run. But her, next to chipping a wall, her second best or second worst contribution to the run is recruiting Colm. So we got Colm now. Colm is a thief that is going to be decently useful. Honestly, one of the best parts about Colm is that he comes with a free C support with Naomi. You just have to activate it by having them talk to each other. And, you know, I guess that's pretty good. That's pretty good, you know? That's okay. I can think of worse things than, you know, getting a free C support. Not that it's going to be super useful, but it's, you know, it's something. And that's, you know, that's worth talking about. It's worth considering that, you know, something is better than nothing. Can Ross take a single round of combat from this guy? This guy's gonna, he got 15 attack on 6 speed. He's not gonna be able to double Ross. 15 attack. Yeah, Ross can take a shot from him. Ross will be able to take a shot, which means, well, you know, it would have meant, you know, a level up and then, you know, some pretty goodness from Seth, or for like Seth, but I guess not. What am I talking about? My brain is going all over the place right now. It would have been nice, because it would have been level and then pretty good chunk for another level, but, you know, we can only dream. So I think at this point then, what do we want to do? I think it's Erica. Erica is not at full health, but there's no way for, there's no one here for Mulder to get EXP on, and that's sort of a shame. We got to be careful about this guy because he's gonna start stealing our stuff. I do want to get Colm over here at some point to nick that pure water though, because that does seem pretty good. So let's leave Colm here, let him absorb a shot. He should be able to survive, you know, decently well, so I'm not super worried. And we can send in, problem with this guy is that he got the hand axe, and that's not super good. I'd prefer if he didn't have a hand eye. I think what we could do then is, cause we got Javelin Seth here, so I think we can, well, okay, Garcia's got the hand axe equipped, so I think if we just set this guy up with Franz, I think Seth can come in, rescue Franz with the Javelin equipped, and then wipe out all these fools, or at least set them up. He's going to be weighed down a little bit, but he's probably still going to double. Actually, does he get weighed down by javelins? He does not. Of course he doesn't. He's Seth. He's a god. So, we'll just... Well, first things first, let's get off... Yeah, let's get off. That's a good step one. Let's get all those items off of Seth so that he doesn't get the stuff stolen, and instead he'll be able to attack the thief. The thief should attack him. I don't know what the enemies are going to prioritize doing right now, because Seth can retaliate, so it depends on what this hand axe guy is gonna want to do. It's just, there's no telling what he's gonna want to do. He might attack from... Okay, he's just gonna go for Garcia. That makes sense. And that actually, you know, if we move right next turn, that's a kill for Ross right there, which I will gladly take. And there's not one here. Okay, that sets up a kill for someone. I don't know who really wants that kill. Maybe Ross? Seth's just gonna one-shot this guy with a javelin. Oh my god, pathetic. Take 0 damage and one-shots in return. That is disgusting. I think maybe we feed these kills to Daddy Son with Ross and then Garcia. So like Garcia in for... Hand axe is going to be more inaccurate on Ross, so we'll get rid of that guy. This will allow us to push up Seth a little bit to try to wipe out someone else. If we place Ross right too, we can build up a support point, and that's worth it a little bit. It's not bad. There's definitely worse things out there. There's no way you're gonna do... Yeah, you're doing 7 damage. This is not very good. So what we can do here, we need to get See, the problem is that we need to get Culm. We got to get Culm on the move. Nothing up in these chests, by the way, is like worth picking up. None of this stuff is any good. So if we just, I think we'll just send in Culm over here, make sure he doesn't get annihilated, and then Namie just back. They'll get that support at some point. Because the one thing I don't want to have happen is I don't want Seth to just delete this guy, because this guy's going to be like monster way down to 3 speed. He's going to get obliterated by Seth. And I'd rather him not, because I want the pure water. So we could, one thing we could do, you know, he's way down to 3. He's going to get doubled by Franz, but Franz will not be able to kill him because Franz has 12 attack. 12 attack, that's, well, it's really 13 attack. So he's going to do 10, he's going to do 20 damage to the guy. That's not, you know, the worst. But, you know, we don't want to draw him out yet. We'll draw him out next turn, I think. Might be the play. So we'll just move Seth in here. And then I think we'll probably have just Erica try to eat this guy in here. If Ross misses this shot right here, he is screwed, people. If he gets retaliated. Okay, we got him. And hopefully, with any luck, Seth is going to hook us up with another Ross kill. And then Erica can... I mean, she can take it. It's not going to be pretty, but she can take a shot from that guy. And that guy will... Oh, down there, that guy will just continue to work on. He'll continue to work over... what's his face? Culm. And we'll move... Vanessa really struggles to get kills early on. Like, even in a gross playthrough, I find it hard to get Vanessa these kills early, because all these Axe Bros just eat her alive. But it's okay, because we don't really need a trainer. I should be taking more advantage of her rescue dropping prowess, but it's not super important right now. The only thing now is that Seth just... Yeah, okay, so Seth is not going to double there. That's good. Okay, and Culm will dust... Well, he's not going to kill that guy. Actually, wait a minute. Okay, so if Ross... Okay, so if Ross attacks from right here where Seth is... He can actually get back up here, because he's got 4 movement up here. So you can 1, 2, 3, 4. You can get this guy, too. So we can just feed Ross. Oh, we're feeding Ross. Oh, you love to see it. Just make sure... Franzi Poo has a lance equipped, or a sword equipped, I mean. And then, oh, Ross is so good. He's gonna be so powerful the deeper we get into this run here. Okay, so that's another level. We're not gonna be able to get him like another level, but we can, because I think, yeah, Garcia would have just, I think, killed him outright. Maybe I should have checked that first. I'm pretty sure Garcia would have just killed him outright. But getting a Garcia kill is not the worst thing in the world. We have an extra hero crest lying around in this run, I'm pretty sure. So it's not too big of a deal. It would be nice, you know, at some point to get promoted. You know, Garcia, if that's possible. And that right there is just unnecessary, this kill for Erica. The problem with someone like... I wouldn't mind getting, you know, kills to Namie. The problem is she starts at level 1. You know, getting a ranger wouldn't be the worst in the world, but her base stats are so pathetic. This is never going to get anywhere that's going to be meaningful. So we'll just keep driving, I guess, everyone forward. I wish we could... the thing I want more than anything is more Gilliam action. No Gilliam action. That's a problem. And then this should set up... Okay, so that sets up Ross, and then this guy will come out here to set us up for some sick pure water thievery. We just got to get Franz around the other way. There's an antitoxin up there on that mercenary that we could kill, but that's not worth it, because the only benefit really to getting the antitoxin is a little bit of change, because you're just going to sell it because it's just absolutely worthless. But you know, wait, can we feed Ross twice here? I think we can feed Ross 2 kills. Okay, so here's how we're gonna do it. Okay, so Franz is gonna come in and just kind of hold that line right there. We'll let Vanessa. Okay, so actually, can we get greedy for money and steal some more shit? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Colm can reach the stairs. So actually, if we put Vanessa right here, she'll get that guy. We could actually steal his shit. I mean, I could think of worse uses. So if Ross then nails this guy, we can stick Mulder above Ross. Mulder's not going to be in any danger of getting killed by this guy up here. So we just stick him right there. Now that guy will just grind himself into Mulder, which is fine. I too would want to grind into Mulder. But, oh, he's so good. Then we just feed it to Ross. Oh, it's so great. And then, oh yeah. Look at these. Look at Gilliam over here being good and setting us up for this C support. I don't know what their C support gives. I forget what the affinity bonuses are. I don't remember them very well. So, you know, it's not too big of a deal though. This guy's actually got 1% crit on us. Good thing it's not 3% crit. That'd be a problem. But we are good. Because what we can do now actually is, okay, we can chip this guy. We gotta chip him. You know we gotta do it to him. We gotta set him up with Namie. On 0% growth Namie, there's nothing, god damn it, nothing more disrespectful than getting a 0% Namie to the face. And I want this kill for Ross, because Ross is gonna be my boy in this run. So let's just dip out Vanessa and get, because Colm should be okay. Yeah, Colm will be fine. He doesn't face crit. He doesn't kill the guy either, so we'll be able to feed that to someone else. Maybe Vanessa. I don't know. It doesn't really matter at this point who we're feeding stuff to. We'll just have I think we'll just take a turn of Seth and Erica support building and let Ross and Garcia kind of handle it over here. And I don't know. Maybe we give the kill to Namie just to disrespect some more, because I'm all for disrespecting. Mulder could also get out of the way, I think, if need be, for Ross. If Ross doesn't hit, but he should hit. He's Ross. Hell yeah. See, Ross was just min-maxing his EXP. He knew he got that one bonus chip. He knew that'd be it for this chapter, so he had to miss, you know, set himself up for some more. The fact that he's already to level 5 is kind of disgusting. This is the best Ross I've ever had in this game. It's fucking filthy. Okay, so we'll just leave them back to support themselves up. I'm not gonna like support grind endlessly. I'm just gonna pick up support points on fast supports when I have the opportunity to. Anyone here that the boulder can get to? He can actually get to Seth. That's pretty good. If we could bait out, what's he got equipped? Basba's got the steel axe equipped. Seth just one-rounds him straight up. It's, again, this is not okay that you're just allowed to do this kind of shit. So if we put, what's more inaccurate, hand axe or steel axe? Hand axe is more inaccurate, but he ceases to be weighed down. He gets his full 7 speed. But even so, Seth is going to double him no matter what. So we'll just continue to build up that support to me, because we just have to kill him on the next turn, because Erica still has a couple turns before she can seize. So, oh shit, I meant to move Franz first so that Mulder could heal him, but that's okay. He can just get Colm instead. As long as we're getting, the big important thing here is getting Mulder all the EXP that he can use. Because that's really our only, it's Ross is our long-term project, and Mulder is the passive project to get him to level 10. It's really no different than playing casually on Mulder. He's just going to be, he's the same unit, basically. And I'm familiar with 0% growth Mulder, because it's basically what I had back when I did an Iron Man of this game. It was really, really bad. Okay, you've got pretty good hit. What can Franz do? Can Franz actually, Franz could swoop in, actually, and take that kill. if need be. So what we can do here is we'll just set him up. I know it doesn't matter, but I'd rather have like the guaranteed damage on Bazba and then knock him off with Franz. Maybe that's a bad idea. It's probably a bad idea. Probably should not do that. But we did it. And Franz got the kill. Got disrespected by 0% growth Franz. Even in a run where you're technically supposed to be more optimal, I'm still looking for ways to disrespect enemies. Should have killed him with Namie though. That would have been perfect. And that looks like it's it. We got ourselves out of this chapter with a ton of Rossi XP. That was pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how that chapter went. And hopefully this chapter we can feed Ross more, because the enemies in this upcoming chapter are straight buns. They're so bad. But we got ourselves, finally, for the first time in the game, we got ourselves a bench. And it's definitely a question of who goes to the bench here. I think... I love how they put Namie and Colm on the bench right now, because they already know that's who's going. So yeah, it'll be Namie, Colm on the bench. And then I think the only thing we really need to do is make sure we got a Pure Water on Vanessa, Pure Water on Franz, probably. Well, I think the other Pure Water is in the convoy. We'll have him put the sword up, actually. He doesn't need the sword. Take the Pure Water. Erica can have the sword, put up the chest key. So I think this is pretty good. We got a new unit, Artur, who is... He's pretty good on 0% growth. He's pretty good in normal runs, too. But even though he starts at level 2 and E-Light's not too big of a deal. He's got passive crit on basically everything, because enemies in this game just don't have luck. And all of his basic weapons have crits. He's gonna, pretty good on that. He's gonna sometimes pull out a clutch crit for you that you like to see. The big thing about him is the 8 speed is really nice. And he promotes into Bishop, which will give him C staves on promotion. And will give him the Slayer skill, which will deal effective damage against monsters. It's not technically effective damage like the way an effective weapon is, but I think everybody knows what I mean. It deals extra damage against monsters. And considering the fact that monsters are definitely quantity over quality as far as enemy types go, we'll see our first monsters this map. The 8 speed plus the promotion bonuses to Bishop, which are pretty good. And then Slayer, he's going to be a viable combat unit throughout basically the entirety of the game on monster maps. And that is really nice. He's pretty frail though, with 2 defense and 19 HP. The promotion bonuses are going to be helpful, but they're going to come... It's like sort of too little too late for him. But it'll work out. You know, it'll be fine. Nothing's going to go wrong. So I think at this point, we're actually pretty well decked out. I don't really know who I want to give the... Actually, let's give Gilliam a vulnerary. We will also strip Colm, which I am absolutely in support of all of his shit. And we'll take Namie's vulnerary. There's only a handful of bow users in this game, so we might as well just sell the iron bow. Well, I'll keep the iron bow around. I think when Ines shows up super late in the game, he might want that iron bow, but I don't know. It really doesn't matter. So we'll... The big thing we got to think about this chapter is I want to kill these eyeballs early. And the big thing about the eyeballs, they got 4 speed. That's not good. But can Vanessa... She gets weighed down by 6. She actually can't double these eyeballs. So I was thinking of Pure Water. Maybe Pure Water on Franz then? Because Franz... well, see, the problem is that Franz, though, just doesn't have enough speed to double them. Actually, wait. This eyeball has 3. This eyeball has 4. But Franz is going to get weighed down to 5. So he's not going to... Yeah, both of them are going to have 5 speed. I think only Seth can take care of them in 1 round, which I would like to do. But I think we'll use Vanessa to drag them away so that Seth can go do other more important things and just handle some eyeballs. This is a route map, so we are going to have to do some shit, but, you know, it's fine. It's not going to be too big of a deal. This guy can actually get to that mountain. I think if we can put them in the back... And then Seth can swap with Gilliam. Gilliam has actually got some work he's going to do this chapter that's going to be pretty sick nasty. So let's just go ahead and dive on in there. We'll take, you know, some bad units off because they're going to the bench. And now, before you know it, we got our new boy Artur there looking fresh. So, oh man, I hope this goes well. So I think we just got to be careful with Artur because these eyeballs will go for him. They'll go for him, but they actually are not too big of a deal. Vanessa with 5 res will only take 6 plus 7. She's not going to get, you know, one rounded by him, so we can actually. Maybe I should have fed that kill to Artur. It's okay though. He'll get more chances for kills. So they're gonna choose. They'll go for Artur or Vanessa. I don't know who they're gonna prioritize. Who would it be better if they prioritized? Probably. They can do. They actually do more damage to Vanessa and don't get double. They're gonna go for Vanessa. That's cool. And we'll let. I think what we'll do is we'll let Ross sort of sit here, take a shot from this guy, and we'll let. Ooh, that's a sword, bro. Actually, that's not the best. That's not really what we want. We'll let. Actually, wait. You know, Franz can come. Okay, so Franz goes here. Man, those mountains give a lot of avoid. You hate to see it. Because if we dump Franz here... I mean, he'll have a void. That's fine, though. Just give him an Iron Lance. He'll be fairly accurate against the monster. Ugh. Erica, though. Not faring too well. And what we... Well, we want to keep... We're going to keep Gilliam back. And we're going to keep... we're going to keep... The question is definitely Erica, because what we could do actually is have Seth just run in and annihilate this guy. We want Seth headed towards the bridge, I think, at this point, because he is going to... We need to get him over there to set up this boss. I want to feed this boss kill probably to Artur. I wish we could feed it to Mulder, but that's, you know, the game doesn't really work that way. Unfortunately, staffs, you can't Radiant Dawn bonk a guy. I think we'll let Erica just sort of take that guy, and then hopefully that'll set up a kill. Hopefully Ross gets a kill set up for him somehow this turn, along with just getting some enemy phase chip. That'll be pretty nice. I think at this point, too, I'm probably going to turn animations off because the chapters are starting to get a little longer, and I want to keep these episodes as short as can be. I don't want to be uploading hour-long stuff. At Drunk Emblem, I'm fine because Drunk Emblem's more conversational, but I don't really have anyone to talk to here, so why this guy would go for Garcia? Maybe he couldn't reach Ross. He probably couldn't reach Ross. Always for pleasure. Garcia, get him. God, mess him up. Hell yeah. The one thing about animations, though, that now that I look at it, is that, man, they are fun. I don't know. Garcia, you double? Ah, damn. Franz might be able to set that up, though. Monsters are super slow. The soldier kind of monsters and the eyeballs, they got some decent speed. They're not the worst. It's the zombos. They got the bad speed. That's who we want to feed to a lot of our shit units. Wow, she doubles. That guy must have been... Do they get weighed down actually by Evil Eye? I should check that. Because that's probably the only reason why they got doubled. 6 weight. Oh, they get weighed down by 2 by Evil Eye. Okay, that's interesting. I did not know that. So we can actually feed Vanessa some more. I don't know why I attacked there thinking that was gonna work. I completely misread the screen. I misread the screen. Rip Vanessa. Okay, alright. I'll see you all in just a minute as we get back up to that point. Oh, that feels bad. Okay, so we're back now. Things went a little bit differently that turn. You can see Vanessa killed both eyeballs. They randomly spawned in with less speed the other one did. So she was able to double both of them. And then I fed that first kill on a zombie to Artur, and I attacked this guy with a jab with Franz, but he missed. That's the only differences that happened between that last enemy phase, or that last run through, and this one. Unfortunately, no Ross kill right here, which, ooh, that kind of hurts. That kind of stings. I would have liked to have one, but I think we can still get one. I think we can get this guy to ram himself into Ross and make sure he doesn't take a forest by putting Garcia right here. So I think that is going to... That gets me feeling pretty good about it. He might go for Garcia anyway because of Garcia's HP. But, I mean, even so, Garcia kill's not the worst in the world. At some point, though, what I do want is to get... I do want to get down here, though, and begin kind of fucking this tree up here, this snag. That's super important that we start messing that up. So we can set us up. Gets us another Artur kill, which is what... It's what we need, it's what we crave, is Artur EXP, because faster we can get this guy up... We get a guiding ring fairly early on. He's going to be the earliest guy that we want to give a guiding ring to, because he's... Because I think Mulder can wait, and Mulder's not going to get there for a while anyway. Can Vanessa... Because these guys are weird. They actually have lances, which is frustrating, because they have swords on the overworld sprite. Vanessa will double these guys, but would she be able to even survive two of them? 14 attack, 12 and 12. So, like, the strongest possible combo would be 14 and 12, which would... You know, she's not going to kill them at all. 14 plus 12, that's, you know, 26. So really it's just 14. She takes 14 damage between them. So actually she could hop onto... Ooh, she could hop onto that spot. But then she takes a shot from the eyeball. She didn't drink a pure water, so she's not invincible on that front. These guys can reach the same point. This guy can... Can this guy reach around? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, so if we put Vanessa right there in that spot... ooh, no, but even then... She can get... Well, you know, yeah, we put her right here. Then the other guy... The eyeball won't be able to reach her. One above, one to the right of the forest, so then she can continue to set up some yummy Artur destruction. And then Seth, we'll just have... If Seth can get rid of this eyeball, that'll be big money. But I think we'll just have him run out here with a sword so that he gets that sword rank instead of the lance rank. I don't want him to get the lance rank. Erica probably would get killed by this guy, I'm sure. 11, 3. She gets exactly killed, so we can't destroy this snag yet. Or that would be bad. If we actually had put her in the forest, we would be able to... It would be fine, but... Alas, we didn't do it, so we can't cry over it now. Would like to get Mulder up, at least a little bit. And we'll have... Then we'll be able to do him like that next turn. And then Gilliam... Again, Gilliam, Garcia, and Ross are going to feast starting next player phase because... Oh, we got some spawns coming in. We got some spawn. We got... Oh my god. Conserve the iron sword. It didn't matter, so he saved us some cash. They're gonna feast. Artur's about to feast. God, this map makes me hungry. So good. Okay. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of this map. I think this map is okay. I don't like route maps a lot because killing a lot of enemies is what you do in Fire Emblem anyway. Most of the time, most players are going to kill all the enemies, and a map like this just turns into a juggernaut slaughter. A lot of route maps just end up being juggernaut, massive amounts of enemies. It's hard to make route maps super interesting. I like kill boss I like C's. I like those different things because you're trying to reach a point or you're trying to reach a specific enemy. And it's usually easier to put side objectives in those as you move towards your objective. But here is just sort of a slaughter where we're throwing Seth out here. But it is sort of funny to watch. It's always fun to watch Jagans go brrr. And route maps tend to be fun places for it. I can't imagine what route maps would be like. Route maps would be awful in something like Binding Blade. At least this game, with its route maps, throws really low-quality enemies at you, so you have a little more freedom to expedite the process to really chunk dudes big and hard. Yeah, so I think now Artor is going to be able to successfully... He's going to double these guys, so he should be able to also survive an enemy phase round, so he should pick up 2 kills right here. Oh, well, actually he might not, because he's going to have to dodge a guy. We'll have to look and see. We might have to heal up Vanessa to have her chug another vulnerary in order to cordon off this other guy here. Oh, that guy went to the worst possible spot he could have gone. I was hoping he could have gone to where Seth could reach him with a sword. Well, actually, it doesn't matter because he's just going to javelin. I'm just being greedy for sword rank. But at this point, we've pocketed so much sword rank. At this point, yeah, we're quite a bit we're a bit ahead of schedule on sword rank, so I'm feeling okay on it. So if we just throw... Yeah, we could just one-shot the guy with Jav. And then... Erica knocked down. Good use of the rapier, by the way. Ooh, okay. Build up that weapon rank on a tree. You love to see it. Oh, man. Franz! Franz! What are you doing, dog? He'll get to see eventually. But... Oh, that's not too good. The fact that he 3-shots a guy. Well, you know what they say. Artor kill. So if Artor kills... See, the issue here is... Okay, like, this guy... Which guy had... Both these are the 12 attack guys. So 14 plus 12. We already did that. That was 26. Yeah, that's not good for Artor. He's not going to survive that. I mean, we'll take the guarantee. What we want immediately is to kill one of these guys. Oh my god. See, I told you the crit would come in here. I told you clutch. Always for pleasure is always clutch. Because... Well, Vanessa can survive 1 round against one of these guys. We'll go ahead and get rid of the eyeball. Once... Because with Vanessa... Yeah, Vanessa... She can't. Because then this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2... Oh, because these guys are going to gang up on the boulder. 26. So they've got that 26 attack. Mulder doesn't really stand a chance. This is not the best situation, especially because if this guy attacks Artor first, it's a wrap. Like he's donezo's. Well, Vanessa... Okay, so let's say Vanessa stands here. Only one guy can reach Artor. He's probably going to go for him. This guy's going to go for Vanessa. And she will take, 14 damage. She can actually sit right here in this spot, chug another vulnerary. And all of a sudden, Artor's good. And we get to feed him even more than our wildest imagination. We got to get that village at some point. That village doesn't give us a whole lot of good, but it saves us a little bit of change long term. I think it's just an iron axe in here, which kind of sucks. A lot of the early villages and chests and sacred stones are pretty bad outside of the elixir and red gem that we got in chapter 2. Sort of disappointing, but it is what it is. How does you probably get... He's gonna get 2-shot. That's not really good. And he does not have the movement to reach a mountain, so we can't shove him in there. Well, wait, he gets 2-shot. This guy, why is this guy Fetid Claw? He just got a... So Fetid Claw is just stronger version. I think if we put Ross like right here, And if we put Ross right here, we chuck a jab, or we chuck a hand axe or something. I think, okay, no, we come here with Gilliam. We set him up. We got to set up this boy. So I think we could put Ross in a position where he can only be attacked by one guy. And that would be pretty sick if we could set it up that way. As long as we just stay away from this fetid claw guy. One of these guys never attacks. It's really weird. I don't understand the AI. I've played this chapter on easy mode before because I wanted to see if it was like a tutorial thing, and it's just not. So then the big thing here is that if then that guy will go for the boulder. That's fine. And Ross can just sit here and he'll take a shot, but he's not going to kill anybody. So the fetid claw guy just doesn't attack. That's actually annoying because I wanted Ross to get something. To be able to get something, and now Garcia is going to just dust all these fools. Again, I'm cool with that because Garcia is premier top tier daddy. But you know, Garcia hitting level 10 is not the worst thing ever, especially because we can have him go warrior, actually. We have him go warrior, and then he could be like Chunky Chip. Give him some Chips Ahoy, and he throws some thick bow damage on some guys. Wow, they would rather go for Garcia than the boulder. Honestly, I don't blame them, though. The boulder is a terrifying man. Absolutely horrific. So Garcia going bonkers. Garcia is just going to hit 10 on accident because, okay, these guys are just going to go for Vanessa. Maybe they're... I don't know what their reasoning would be. It's probably HP. It's probably they're going for the lower HP that Vanessa has, since they can't avoid retaliation no matter what they do. And Franz continues to be fucking trash over here. Oh, he might pick up a level, though. Hey, that's something. And you know what they say? 0 is the only HP that matters. In 0% growth runs, 0 HP being the only HP that matters really comes into its own, a way that you just never see in most normal playthroughs. So I think now Artur is just gonna eat this guy for breakfast. The boss of this chapter is a pre-promoted Entombed. You know, it's weird because pre-promoted would not be the right way to describe it because he's just a promoted unit. Pre-promote just describes like a recruitment condition where you have promoted prior to being there. Well, he was pre-promoted prior to us seeing him. Can we actually stick Artur in his range safely? Because Homeboy has got 2 speed. He's going to get annihilated by Artur. He gives a full level when you kill him, no matter what. So he's going to be pretty good in that regard. Can we... So we got a couple problems here. We're going to want to set up here on this guy. So, first of all, Garcia just destroys him. That's not what we want at all. Well, this guy... Well, shit. Okay, since this guy just doesn't attack, we could... Like, he doesn't attack us, so we could just have fun with him and just abuse him with Ross while we take care of the rest of the map. Unless he just suddenly decides to start attacking at some point. Because I think if we do this, we could at least get Ross to level 7 just in time for Chapter 5. And that's, you know, that'd be pretty good. And then just in case he does attack, we'll protect Ross with Garcia and the boulder. So let's make sure on this guy that we can do the things we need him to do. Well, first of all, okay, we don't have to check on this. We can send in Franz here to kill him, and then Erica can go in front of Franz to eat the next guy in line. Yeah, Franz is level. Imagine trying to get this man to level 10 in these conditions. It's just not going to work. Yeah, we can get Erica up there. She got 11 attack. It doesn't matter if we visit this village, by the way. We get the contents of it regardless. As long as we just beat the map. So yeah, if we just get Erica right here. She doesn't even need to drink a vulnerary, does she? 10 attack, 11 attack. So 11. You know, but that's going to become 10. So she'll survive with 7. So she doesn't even need to drink a vulnerary. So we can save that. That is probably not a good idea because he'll probably crit us or some shit. But, you know, it seemed like a good idea at the time. So this guy is going to have 17 attack. He cannot one-shot Artor. That is embarrassing. What we could do, though, we can also dump Artor on the woods there. So if Vanessa comes here, now Artor is going to be... get that extra point of defense and that movement, or that avoid that we crave. And that's pretty cool. The only problem here is if Erica just like crits this guy and then opens herself up to this dude, but that was probably going to kill her regardless. No, she would have survived with 1 HP. Actually, reliability should not have done what I did. Don't do what I did. Make sure to... okay, this guy's going to attack now. Is he that afraid of us getting Ross level ups? Come on, dude. That's just obnoxious. I don't know. I have no idea what this guy's AI triggers are. That's super weird. Yeah, Erica faces a chance of death here. No, she doesn't, not anymore. So actually, if she crits this guy, that's actually pretty good. Because then we would be able to finish it on the next turn, but that's okay. Yeah, Artor's actually gonna... Artor's gonna 1v1 this dude. That's perfect. Oh, you love to see it. Then he'll just... yeah, he'll ice this dude on the next turn. Pick up another level. I think the only question here is... we won't be able to kill this guy on this turn. But what we can do is we can enemy phase off this map. It's actually... who would be more important? I'd rather get... let's just get Franz some Lance rank for what it's worth. It's not worth anything, but I'd like to think that I'm making moves that will have long-term value, even though they don't. Nothing has value. And, oh, baby, get him. Artor is just ridiculous. Oh, yes. So my goal is, we've got chapter 5 coming up. I want to get him pretty ready for that guiding ring. Headed into the next chapter. And then, looks like unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get the Iron Axe from the village, but it doesn't matter. The only way we get it is if Seth just somehow misses, and that's not gonna happen. This guy's gonna get decked because there's no way. Yeah, Vanessa wouldn't have been able to reach the village. So let's just see Seth send us out of here with the... oh, that's so pathetic. These guys are trash. Get us that sword rank. God, you love to see it. But the sooner we get those S rank swords as well, the better we're gonna feel. So you beat this map, you clear this map, you unlock loot. We'll talk about loot next time, or maybe not. I don't know. It's loot. we'll get to it when we get to it. All right. So I hope you all had a good time watching the video today. I will see you all in the next part of Sacred Stone 0% Growths. See you guys then. Bye.